Hi, it's Ramonda Cutrer with www.brickhouse.talk.com. And I told you 2012 is our year and we'll be having some exciting interviews. And today I have with me a very special lady. She is a Golden State Warriors cheerleader and her name is Amber Browning. How are you today?
Good. I'm doing good.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah.
And today we want to talk to you about that wonderful world that you live in, cheerleading for the Golden State Warriors. Let's start off the interview by letting my viewers know, how did you get started in cheerleading? How old were you? And
I actually got started pretty late. I was, I believe, 14. So I was in high school. It was my sophomore year in high school.
Okay. And you were from Sacramento?
Yes.
Okay. And so, but, you know, every girl wants to cheer.
Mm-hmm.
What inspired you? Did you watch the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders or whatever? How did you get inspired?
I actually watched a few NBA games and I saw the cheerleaders and I thought, man, I want to do that. So, you know, I was trying to figure out, well, how can I do that? And I just went ahead and tried out for my high school's dance team. And it was the scariest thing ever, and I made the team, so
wow, nice.
started there.
Cheerleading started for you in high school, right?
Yes.
And how old were you? What?
14. I was 14 when I started.
Nice. And then you just wanted to pursue it on further. You
Yes.
went to college and everything, and then you tried out for it as well. Did you cheer in
Mm-hmm.
college too?
So I started with the Grambling State University Tiger Marching Band, and we had to audition for every performance. So it got me in the habit of, you know, being prepared and knowing choreography and being able to perform during auditions. So it really prepared me for this.
So basically, you know, you have to have dance moves, you have to have dancing skill in your background.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand that you took ballet and all those classes as well.
Ballet, jazz, modern, hip hop, and took it all.
Wow.
All
Nice.
except for tap, actually. I still have to grasp that style. So.
And you guys actually implement all those dance moves in your
All of
skits
them.
too, right?
All of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's important to have like that variety, that background, because you know it's involved in everything you do.
Okay, so we all know that you went to college and we understand that education is very important. And
Very.
we want to definitely convey this to these young cheerleaders that are up and coming.
Mm-hmm.
So, our bachelor degree?
Yeah, I received my bachelor's in computer information systems, and during school I also did 2 internships with Caterpillar, which was this corporation in Illinois. So that kind of got me going, saying, you know, I want to do the business thing, but I also want to do the dance thing, so which way do I want to go? I went ahead and auditioned for the Memphis Grizzlies. I made the team, got into school 3 weeks later, and started going to the University of Memphis.
Very busy schedule. How do you maintain, how are you able to keep up with your studies and then do the rehearsing for the, you know, your games and everything? How were you able to maintain both?
Keyword is sacrifice. You know, it was very, very difficult, but I had to learn how to manage my time. You know, time management was the biggest thing, the biggest importance in my life at that point. You know, we had practices about 3 times a week minimum. It depends on the game schedule. And, you know, I had my classes during the night hours, so I'd have practice and games and classes during the evenings, so I'll have to do all my studying during the daytime. So there'd be some nights where I had probably 2 hours of sleep, but you know, that's just how it goes.
Exactly.
So.
And I'm sure that your parents were very supportive of you and everything. So how important is that to have your family supporting you?
Oh, it's very important because my family was in Sacramento and I was in Memphis, so they couldn't be there physically. But you know, I would constantly get those phone calls saying, "Hang in there, don't overwork yourself, and you know, you're doing great. Keep up the good work." And every now and then, my parents would fly in, or my sister would fly in, and they'd come to a game, and that was kind of the biggest thing was, my mom's here, you know? So it was, I mean, it's very important, you know, to have that type of support from your family, whether or not they could even be there, just having that, you know, that acknowledgement, it was like really important to me.
Absolutely. Now, there is a myth out there that cheerleading is not a sport.
Not
Speak
true.
on that.
Not true at all, because in sports you can get injured, you know, you sweat, you go through the physical pain, the mental, you know, and so it's incorporated in all that. So I definitely think it's a sport. I mean, we've had injuries, you know, we've had to ice our muscles, and we've had to, go to the steam rooms to relax our bodies and all that. So, we do a lot of physical activities and a lot of physical training, and, we're at the gym, we run, we lift weights, we do all that.
Amber,
yes.
Why did you choose cheerleading for the NBA rather than the NFL?
It was a personal choice, but I think it was more so because the dancing style, Some of my friends, they wanted to go the NFL route, and I made the choice to just take the NBA, I definitely wanted to go the NBA route because there's more involved with it, the choreography, the style, being able to just dance, to just have that variety and have all, learn from all the different choreographers and all that.
Okay, so now I want to get a little, not personal, but I just want to clear up some of the misperceptions of a cheerleader, professional cheerleader. A lot of people think, oh, they're just pretty and they just, go to the games and, they don't have a life outside of that. But I read your bio. Very intelligent woman right here before me. So just elaborate a little on that, the misperception of being an NBA cheerleader.
Well, some people sometimes assume that we're always about hair and makeup and the dancing, but it's definitely more than that, Me personally, I have a full-time career. I'm a project manager for AT&T, and it's a huge responsibility on my part, And also, some girls are in college. Some girls have jobs and are starting their careers, so we all have a life outside of dancing. Dancing is our passion. It's a part of our career, but we all have something else going on as well. So, the glamour comes with it, but we definitely, have dreams that we're following as well, and that's kind of the misperception.
Absolutely. So that's the answer to all you naysayers out there that, have the wrong perception about cheerleading. Because again, Amber is a very, very bright young woman. She's accomplished a lot in her life, and you will read about her in her biography on our website. Now, for the big girls, let's be real. Is there really a weight requirement, or you have to be a certain size, or what have you, to be a cheerleader?
Yes and no. There's not a specific weight requirement. Again, we're women. Women have different body types. We have to be toned, and our bodies have to be appropriate for our structure. For me, I'm slimmer, so me personally, I just want to tone up my body. For other girls, sometimes they have more curvier bodies, but it's okay as long as it fits their specific body type.
Like basketball?
I love it.
You love basketball?
Yeah, I love it.
I know, so do I really do. So does it affect the cheerleaders when the guys, when your team loses? I know it affects the players, but how do you guys feel?
It affects us because we're so into it, We're sitting right there on the court, so it's like we're there with the action, we're there with the drama, and when we miss shots or when something that gets called, we just get so into it. So yeah, and when we win games, that's the biggest moment for us too.
Sure. So I know that it's important about chemistry and attitudes. Can you elaborate on that? How important that is for the girls that are on the squad to have that, possess that?
Definitely. The more chemistry that we have, the better we dance and the better we perform. That's a given.
Amber, that was an excellent routine that you taught the girls.
Thank you.
I can actually see why you have to be in shape, because that was just so much movement and everything.
Yes, it was.
Nice. But I just want to say thank you again for taking the time to stop by Brickhouse Talk and speaking with us to let everybody know about Amber. But in closing, give my viewers another side of you. Let them know who you are, something that we may have not discussed.
Okay.
Your likes, your other hobbies outside of cheering and everything.
Well, I do love to be involved in the community because honestly, that's how I started. When people reached out to me, I was able to learn from them and apply that to my life. So that's one thing I encourage you guys to do is if you have something that you're good at, share it with the community around you. That's what I would love to do. I love doing it in my spare time, and if you have a dream, go for it, and never ever ever put what you want to do off. Never put it off. Time is so precious. It goes by so fast, And, you know, I took full advantage, and I'm here and I'm doing what I love to do.
You know, outside of the, giving back to your communities, I know there's something else about you. I can just read it. So, are you silly? Are you a silly girl? You like to have fun?
I am very clumsy. I stutter when I talk sometimes, but no, in general, I just love playing pool. I'm a pool shark, actually. I'm really good on a pool table. I'm horrible at bowling, but I love doing it anyway.
That's the fun
I love
part.
going out to restaurants and just enjoying time with friends and family. I love eating. I love restaurants. That's my favorite thing in the world. And most importantly, number one, I love my dog. She has been with me in Louisiana, Memphis, and here, and she has been my main support system. So,
dog, what type of dog? I have a miniature poodle. Her name is Haley. She's part of the family. She goes everywhere with us. She's like a little person. So what type of dog do you have?
She's a pit bull mix.
Oh.
Yeah, and she loves people. She's really good with kids, really good with babies, and people just love her. So that's been my pride and joy.
Oh, so sweet. What's her name?
Honey.
Honey, shouts out to you. But you know what? And this I did say in closing, but I have to say this. You smile a lot.
Yeah.
And you have a very nice smile.
Thank you.
I know there's times while you're, things you go through in life and while you're cheering, you're not happy. We're human, face it.
Yeah.
So what do you do to block that out and just put on that winning smile and, and cheer? What do you do?
I have to think, it could be worse. We all go through something where it's like, oh my gosh, I'm really in a depressed state of mind right now and things are just horrible. But honestly, it's something that you pray about and you get through, and I'm really close with my church home, which is still actually in Memphis, but, I tune in all the time, and that's my support system, So I'd say just, really focus on how to get through it, and this too shall pass. That's my motto. And my main support system is also my parents. I mean, they started me off, they supported me going to college. I was by myself at 17 years old going to the South that I've never been before. So, my parents have just always been there. They've always been so supportive of me, and whenever I'm down, they tell me, don't over frustrate yourself and, just keep going. It's going to be okay. So definitely shout out to my parents.
That is really big of you to say, because I'm going through that right now. My daughter, who's a senior, she wants to go to school in Atlanta, and I have a hard time with letting go. That's far away,
Yeah.
So I know it had to have been hard for your parents just to let you go. Were they not concerned?
I think it was, of course, there's always going to be a concern, but it was a huge concern because I was going to be 17 the whole first semester. So that was extra hard. But I think it's one of those things where once you're on your own, that's when you really understand life from a different perspective. That's how you grow up. That's how, you're able to experience something different. And I think it's going to be a great opportunity for her.
Well, good luck in the season this year.
Thank
and good luck in the playoffs. I hope to see the Warriors there. They're doing
yeah.
really, really well this season. And I wish you nothing but success. Nothing but success. You're a beautiful person inside and out.
Thank you.
And again, thank you for stopping by and speaking with us. And so I'm like still worked up behind your routine. And we're like, wow. So I'm Ramonda Cutrer with www.brickhousetalk.com.